Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Oberlin Marketing Quoting Tool. My name is Brian Welch, and I'm going to be going over the tool with you today and just reviewing the ins and outs of the tool and how it can help you on your day-to-day use. So what we're looking at here is the dashboard screen, and this is going to be the home screen once you first get logged in. From this screen, you can do a multitude of things, and we'll go over all those features and then how the tool works. So from the screen, if you wanted to go ahead and run a quote, you can go ahead and click Run Quote. But you can also do a few other things. One is the My Account button here. And this My Account button is where you're going to be able to edit your account. If you want to adjust your password, if you want to change the information on your account, name, email, etc., you can do that from this button here. The second option here is the Support button. From here, if you are having trouble or you're confused with a quote or you're having just trouble with the quoting tool in general, you can click that Contact Support button, send in an email, and then someone will get back with you as soon as they can with an answer to your question. On the left-hand side here, there's going to be a few options. One is going to be your email here that's going to be associated with the account. The second thing is going to be Manage Devices. Essentially what this is that if you want to be logged in under different devices at the same time, you can. So if you want to be logged in on your computer, on your mobile device at the same time, you can. And you can manage those devices by turning access off to them, signing out from one device to another. You can do that using the Manage Devices button. So without further delay, we'll go ahead and start running a quote. To run a quote, you simply just click Run Quote. It's going to bring you to the quote screen. From this screen, you'll be able to enter in the demographics that you have with your tool. And so, as you can see, there's going to be some initial demographics that the system will need. So we'll go ahead and type in a zip code to choose to run a quote, and this will run any zip code in the entire country. It'll also give you the county or counties that this zip code corresponds to, as well as the city and state that's associated with that zip. You will then select an age. It will default to 65, but you can select any age all the way up to 99. You'll also be able to select male or female, tobacco or non-tobacco. The plan, we default to Plan F, but we have all the different types of plans here to select from. You can choose to sort. We're going to default to sort by price, but you can also choose to sort by rating or company name. And then you can choose a future effective date. So you can run with today's date. However, if you want to see an April 1st rate, you certainly can. And then the last thing here is a client or quote label. This is optional. You don't have to type anything in. But if you do want to personalize the quote, like you're running this for somebody named John Smith, you can personalize the quote to the client that you're running the quote for. Go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to price these companies out cheapest to most expensive because we are sorting by price. And there's a multitude of things that you're going to be looking at here on this next screen. Obviously, you can see the companies here, cheapest to most expensive. We're going to give you the price per month, obviously the company name, if there's a household discount associated with this plan, a policy fee if it's associated with this plan. We'll also give you information beyond just the rate in terms of the company themselves, how long they've been in the market, the effective date that you're looking at, if there's a rating class associated with this plan, S&P and AM Best ratings if it's applicable, and then the rating type. So this will either say attained age, issue age, or community rated, depending on the state and the product that you're running. Down below here is 3 different buttons. One will be the Plan Details button. This is simply just to provide you as the agent, but also the consumer, to show you what Medicare would pay, what this plan would pay, and then what the client would pay under this current plan. And so this is all updated each year as this information changes. And it's just a good knowledge base to understand how these plans and what type of benefits are associated with them. The second thing here is electronic applications and PDF applications. for any company that currently has an e-application process. If you were to click that button, it would direct you to the e-app link for that particular company, where you could log in and submit the business. You're not submitting the application through the system. It's simply just directing you to where you could submit the business online. Second thing is the PDF app. If you wanted to print the app off, if you wanted to email the application, you can do so right here on our system, and this allows you to kind of easy access if the person does want to sign up for the insurance. Up above here at the very top is the quick quote section. This allows you to switch from plan to plan, change the age, the gender, the tobacco status, etc., without having to go back to the previous screen. And so you can choose to just start brand new by clicking this new button here, but this allows you to do it quickly and effectively. Up above here, we have a couple different view settings and things like that we'll go over. The first one is the compare. And so if you want to go ahead and compare maybe 2 to 3 companies side by side, you can choose to select those. And all you need to do is just click the company name. These will turn green, and the ones that you select will appear in the top left-hand corner. All you have to do is click Compare Quotes. It will put these side by side rather than in the view that you saw before. If you wanted to limit your companies down to only show the handful that you would want your clients to see, this can then be printed or exported to PDF to allow easy sharing, emailing, printing off for your clients. And if you want to go back, you just click the back button. It'll take you back to the screen you previously saw, and you can uncheck the green compares to take those off the screen. This will allow you to do up to 5 side by side if you would like to compare them. Below the compares is the exports. We have 3 different export models. The first one is the print. And what the print will do is essentially it will provide you a copy to print, but it will strip out all the color. To save ink on your printer, we'll make sure that all the color is off, and it will just be a white print off, printer friendly, if you want to print this off and head to a client meeting. The second one here is the PDF, and this will generate a PDF of exactly what you're seeing here below. That's if you want a more professional printout, or if you wanted to email this to somebody, you can certainly choose to do so using that PDF export. The third export here is the Excel. This is for anybody that's more interested in the data rather than just the system. If you want to export this data in a data format to Excel, you can choose to do so using that export feature for Excel. As well as if you wanted to print this off or PDF this view here and you wanted to remove a company or two, all you have to do is click the X button. This removes the company away from the print off, and so you can choose to hide a company that way. Moving on, the next section here is the Adjust Your View section. We're going to show you this in the Expand Quotes view. However, if you want a simpler view, you can choose to unclick that button, and it will just show you the price per month and the company name. This is just if you're worried about confusing a client, or you yourself would rather see just a simpler view. We do provide that view. Any of this, if you wanted to default it, if you want to default the system to always be the contracted view versus the expanded view, you'll do that in your My Account page that we touched on the dashboard page, or you can go up to this Settings button up here, and you can set your settings to include the defaults you want. The second button here is the Apply Discounts. That's if you want to apply this household discount to this rate above here. And so if you click Apply Discounts, it will now provide you the new rate. It will reshuffle the order to provide, maybe a company 4 jumped to company 3 or 2. This now has the functionality available to do the math for you and kind of show you the prices with the discounts. Third one down is the annual rate. If you're curious and interested in what the annual rate would be versus the monthly, all you need to do is check that box and it'll automatically adjust it for you. The fourth one down is the most important and it has the most information, and that's the market analytics. What this does is 3 different things. One is the age increases, and this is for attained age policies. If this is an issue age or community aged or community rated policy, this will be blank. Nothing will be here, but for an attained age policy, this will show you each year the insured gets older, what that insured would pay as they age. And so under equitable life and casualty, they would pay $109.58 now, but at 66 they would pay $114. 67 they would pay $119. This allows you to show your client, as well as for your own use, to finding them the best company. They might be paying a low rate now, but what they will be paying in the future is important, and so that's why we include that feature. The second option here is the increase history. We track this since 2010, which is when they modernized the plans, and this will show you each year or each time the company was to change the rates for this particular state and plan, the date of that change, and the percentage of change that they had. So if it went up, it went down, and then what percentage that would be. And then we also provide a percentage of change. So since 2010, what has been their average change in rate? The third thing here is market data. This gets updated once a year. This is the financial information that the company is reporting to the NAIC. So each year the commission updates the company's financials to include what they're doing both in lives insured, premiums earned, loss ratios, and market share, both on a state and national level. And so not necessarily information that you may be interested in or your client may be interested in, but just something to kind of add more value to the tool, and that you're looking at something beyond just the rate and choosing the proper company. The last thing down here is the select rates. This is if you want to see select plans. If select plans do exist in the zip code that you are running, you will see a select button populate below here, or a select labeling, and it'll notify you that you're looking at a select plan. One of the final things down here below is the underwriting. And if you just click this underwriting tab, it'll bring a drop down where you can scroll or search for different underwriting conditions. What this will do is we'll provide you the look-back periods for each one of the conditions that you select, and we take this directly off the applications themselves. So for argument's sake, if you're dealing with somebody outside their open enrollment period, and you needed to not only select a company based upon price, but also based upon their medical history, and they happen to have a heart attack, you could select heart attack on the system, and it'll give you the look-back periods. So you can see for equitable life and casualty, the look-back period for heart attack is 2 years. So if they happen to have a heart attack beyond 2 years ago, they can answer no on the application and can continue with signing up for that particular set of coverage. If they had a heart attack within the last 2 years, they would therefore have to answer yes on the application, and it would be used as an item of declination to say we would decline the coverage for that person. So this is really important if you're dealing with somebody that's looking to switch plans or has to go through underwriting. You may not be just looking at price, but also the underwriting. And you can select multiple conditions, and multiple will populate. So you don't. It's if they have multiple conditions you need to look at, you can. It'll tell you not an application. It'll tell you ever. Whatever the application wordage is, we provide. And then the last button here is ability to filter. And so this just allows you to narrow down your results more. If you would rather to see only companies that contain household discounts, or you'd rather to see companies that didn't have a policy fee and you wanted to filter your results down even more, you can choose to do so. And that's just an additional filtering option that we provide. Last thing down here, we have an About Quotes button here. So if you're just curious about more of what you're looking at in this video, that About Quote will go over that. Another contact support button if you're confused, you have a question about a company, or maybe you're having issues with the system in general, you can click that contact support button. It'll take you where you can submit an email to get some help. And then the last button here is just the Plan F details. And what this does is the same thing as this details button here, just in a different spot. To navigate within the system, so if you want to go back to the dashboard screen or you want to go back to the My Account page, all you have to do is hover over this Medicare Supplement or Products tab, and it'll allow you to do so. Or you can click this Navigation tab and you can switch it there or choose to sign out. So we'll go ahead and go back to the dashboard screen here. And that's a very general overview of the tools. I hope that this will allow you to kind of get started in using the tool, or if you've been using the tool, maybe you've learned something new on how the system works. We try to keep it as simple as possible and to allow you to fast and effective quoting and underwriting data. This also works with all mobile devices, so if you are trying to run quotes on your iPad, your iPhone, or your mobile device, it is mobile friendly, so you can run it on all those different types of systems. I appreciate your time, and I hope that as you continue to use the system, you become a pro at it. Thank you very much, and have a great day.